So, hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Let's Play Danganronpa. Im letzten Part haben wir das 5. Kapitel abgeschlossen und der Trial war ziemlich weird. Er wurde ziemlich gekürzt von Nokuma, damit wir schnell zu einem Ergebnis kommen und ja, ich wurde als schuldig anerkannt, aber wir waren es gar nicht. Und Kyoko war es anscheinend auch nicht, denn wir sind jetzt auf einer Müllhalde und da ist sie auch und yay, mal gucken, ob wir überleben. Wäre ganz cool. Ich habe mir übrigens, weil ich sehr neugierig bin, ich habe es aber auch geschafft, mich nicht zu spoilern, auf YouTube mal eben angeguckt, was passiert, wenn man halt ihre Lüge verrät. Und zwar kommt dann dieselbe Execution-Szene, also sie wird halt stattdessen umgebracht, nur dass sie nicht von Alter Ego gerettet wird, sondern sie wirklich stirbt. Und dann kommt nur ein ganz kurzer Epilog, in dem Makoto so sagt, ja, und seitdem hat sich niemand mehr umgebracht und wir haben alle glücklich gelebt. Ich habe aber irgendwie das Gefühl, dass es falsch war. Ich glaube, Kyoko war irgendwie unschuldig und dann springt sie wieder zurück. Und man kommt wieder zur Auswahl. Also ja, ich habe die richtige Wahl getroffen tatsächlich. Ich bin stolz auf mich. Nicht wirklich. So, weiter geht's jetzt aber. The Ultimate Despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. Naja, nicht wirklich eigentlich. But right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Ja, können wir bitte die Tür öffnen, Kyoko? Schuldig verschlossen. With a way to open the door. Ach ja, stimmt, sie hat den Master Key. Quasi. So, hol dir mal raus, den Schlüssel bitte. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room.
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right. Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Ja, los! Ich bin dabei! Hey Kyoko, can we use that key of yours to open this door?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key, with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then... Yes, it opened! Wundervoll!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go! Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. So, wie kommen wir wieder nach oben? Ist jetzt ein Fahrstuhl? Finally, we are finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief. Because the real fight had just begun. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. Okay. What the fuck? After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up, like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder intent on reaching the surface. Ach man, warum kann ich nicht unten klettern? Ich meine, ich als Spieler sehe es ja sogar, also ich sehe den Schatten. Egal, ich beschwere mich nicht. The ladder was impossibly long, I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. Was soll das für ein... Okay, meinetwegen. So Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty, and families always seen it that way. Then is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh, but how come? It's like a family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
The detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We can stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society, which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains... If I came here. Ah ja, deswegen haben wir nichts von ihr gefunden. Aber nicht, weil sie ein normaler Schüler ist, sondern weil sie es halt geheim gehalten hat. And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. That's the reason you gave up that pride. The reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak. It was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? So shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reunited after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk about with my father.
However...
There's something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him, face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Aber... Hast du das nicht sowieso schon, wenn du keinen Kontakt mehr zu ihm hast und so? Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future,
However...
but he had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to look under her skirt, see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However...
But there's one thing that I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as a little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey.
It's not really enough to call someone family. Ich bin übrigens genau ihrer Meinung, auch wenn ich gerade wenig rede, aber ich bin ihrer Meinung. Only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond, so instead I said nothing. Ja, wenn das so ist, dann ist das halt so. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
On the other side of the store, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. Unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. Gut. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Ja, hier sind wir, fantastisch. Looks like we're back. I can't believe how long that was. I'm exhausted. Erinnert mich irgendwie ein bisschen an Metal Gear Solid. Hier wird schon die Leiter, genau die. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Here you go, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. Ja, eigentlich hast du ja recht, aber trotzdem, vielen Dank. Ich hätte sonst wohl echt nicht überlebt. should we do now? Maybe I should talk... Okay. Meinetwegen. Das. So, now, what do we do? Well, I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, I'm worried about you, too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then,
But let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
in other words,
Let's ask Monokuma. Is this a problem with you escaping? Wait, that's...
however,
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out, and it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out about getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. Boah, das ist ja schon das dritte Mal, dass dieses Wort verwendet wird, aber alles innerhalb der letzten Stunde und ich weiß immer noch nicht, was es ist. The mastermind is ensnared. I said something like that before. What does it mean?
so
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Makoto's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was.
right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help him with our negotiations. I'm still super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Warum sollte er da sein? Aber okay, meinetwegen. Dann ist er halt da. Ich meine, das hat Yakuya halt auch schon mal gesagt. Er hat ja gesagt, er ist irgendwie nachts ins Gym gegangen, weil er, oder abends oder so, oder morgens, ach, keine Ahnung, wann er reingegangen ist. Jedenfalls ist er irgendwann ins Gym gegangen, um mit Monokuma zu reden. Und hat dann halt ihn deaktiviert da gefunden. Aber warum sollte er im Gym sein? Also warum ist er da? Man kann ihn doch einfach rufen und dann kommt er her. So wie wir es schon mal gemacht haben. Manchmal kommt er dann jedenfalls vielleicht.
Well now.
Ja, genau das. Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What is he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
What if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again. And this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko, whatever you feel you have to. What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
no.
If you execute Makoto, that means you'll lose. Not that it matters to you, right? Huh? I lose? You explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Because
Well, you set up the latest case, your class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other
I
words,
was supposed to be chosen as a blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right.
And in response to that unexpected development,
Indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation, no more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
But then there was another unexpected development awaiting for you, an entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter Ego. Tatsächlich wurden wir noch von einer KI gerettet, wow. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid, even after you'd killed it.
am I wrong?
No, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro, you did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the blanket is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? Huh, and that means I'll lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the blanket is me and not Makoto?
Well,
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this? A comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence?
that doesn't matter.
Don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
Because
If Makoto really was a killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution, he would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
what
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
Indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. Deswegen können die Regeln natürlich nicht gebrochen werden. Das ergibt Sinn. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
This player can never kill Hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn a despair fair and
that's
square,
what we have to
then I
do.
suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Makoto's trial over again. Only this time you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair. Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? Ist das also jetzt wirklich schon das Finale? Fair trial. One last showdown. In other words, this would be a chance to expose the true identity of Makoto's killer. The masterminds themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Der Pun ist zurück.
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So time for bad jokes. Now, what you're suggesting might be possible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
in other words.
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? So I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out? Or will my despair claim victory? Holy shit! Am Anfang hat das wenigstens schnell aufgegeben, aber jetzt hört es einfach nicht mehr auf.
I can barely contain myself!
Let's have one final grisly showdown. He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is a long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer's barely a fitting end.
Guys!
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right, every last mystery that's pawning around the school. You can do that.
I can barely contain myself!
Oh, bitte. Then there'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
It's true.
Ich hasse Puns. Ich hasse sie so sehr, aber eigentlich liebe ich sie in meinem Herzen. That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. So let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Makuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school,
You guys!
then you win. But if you can't do all of that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement when you learn the whole truth. What kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure. Ja, das bin ich tatsächlich. Holy shit.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement. You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations, and having a trial for Makuro is no exception to that. Huh? Makuro's trial is no exception? Then it's part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Makuro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but... Okay, enough puns. Anyway, danke. Here's the hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but... This killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. Das heißt, irgendjemand von uns hat echt Makuro getötet, aber hat halt mit ihm zusammengearbeitet dafür. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Also, falls es noch ein anderes Mastermind gibt, was es ja geben muss anscheinend, dann ist das auch einer von uns noch. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why'd he go quiet all of a sudden? Ja, er kann nicht mehr sagen, dass er immer die Regeln einhält und nie lügen würde, weil er immer die Bear Times Run Rule einhält.
Now
I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya? Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable. Leave him alone, get out of here. Okay, I'm going, You really gonna let me go? Huh, I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. Super duper extra special punishment, overflowing with despair. Ich freue mich schon. Falls passieren wird, ich hoffe nicht, eigentlich. Come on, Makoto, let's go. Okay. Aber hey, immerhin, wir haben jetzt den Master Key, das heißt, wir können echt alle Räume, die noch geschlossen waren, jetzt öffnen. Wahrscheinlich jedenfalls. Und Kuma's unstable leather seems to cling to us as he walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. Dann können wir zum Beispiel ins Biolabor endlich mal gehen, ha? Und herausfinden, ob da Klone von uns sind. Oder wir die Klone sind und da unsere echten Körper sind oder so. Could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. Still at my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Ja, vielen Dank, Kyoko. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
However,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, how would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
because
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard, like I said. So when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
so
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You're not exactly right about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
And yet somehow, the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But think of it another way, there must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
so
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other. Für die Hoffnung. Anscheinend. Was auch immer das heißen soll. They wanted to show the world.
it would
The
seem
mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
in other words,
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
correct.
Prove a point, most likely. Prove a point.
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Aufstieg, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair. The mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. Das ist eine fantastische Idee. That's their goal, is the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody would, those who call themselves the ultimate despair, would devise. That group, whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really the only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, and yet, that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. The mastermind simply ignored the rules. This wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of the regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me. Das ist wahr.
Right.
So instead they tried to use a class trial, following all the proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. Even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. Due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. When that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestions.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that it violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? That you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge.
however,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance, because you believe in me. Another path opened up. So I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But looks like I got it right, this time at least. I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I showed my uneasiness, it would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right, how pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
however,
Is that really possible? Hoffentlich, sonst wird das hier echt nichts. Huh?
anyway,
Right now we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in the dome somewhere. Wahrscheinlich. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich da jetzt noch hingehen würde oder ob ich jetzt den Part beenden sollte vorher. Ach komm, wir gehen doch dahin. Wird schon. Hoffentlich. Notfalls schneide ich wieder in 2 Parts oder so. Aber ich bin gerade viel zu hyped, was hier passieren wird. Es ist schon wieder fast 3 Uhr morgens. Ich sollte eigentlich schlafen. Und so, das wäre ganz gesund wahrscheinlich. Wahrscheinlich würde ich noch besser lesen, aber... Nö. Einfach nö. Und hier ist niemand. And suddenly, we are greeted with... Monokuma. Oh nein, es ist Doki Doki Literature Club all over again. You again. Ah nein, bitte. Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reaches the limit. Auf Wiedersehen. Jeez, what the heck?
However,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah! Oh my god, Menschen!
Makoto?
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
You survived?
Ja, ich habe überlebt.
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Ich glaube nicht. Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived, weil die anderen sind ja nicht hier, logischerweise, weil die sind tot. Und auch keine Geister mehr. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up. Sehr schön.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, it seriously stinks. It's Makoto, he smells like a wet dog. Get away, shoo shoo, sagst gerade du. And in a flash, my tears dried up. Hey. So, mit wem rede ich jetzt mit euch? I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me either. You realize why it is you escaped execution? It was alter ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say that. They had their lives saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you. Ja, stimmt schon. Vielleicht sollte ich einfach mit ihr reden.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy end reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? What, is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. Ja, los, fang an.
Huh?
Last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer. Of course, it's not me or any of you. Then, who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind. What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
Spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. I just, you know.
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the blacked, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules stated only the blacked is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went in and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
The mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you. Ja, ihr seid auch beide echt die intelligentesten Leute hier im Raum.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain later. So knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind. Well, there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? We've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone? Hey, who said you could agree to this terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master. I meanwhile want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible. Und vor allem willst du Toko loswerden, ich weiß.
anyway,
At this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words,
Interesting.
one decisive final battle. That's an interesting development, I'd say.
But
Figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mukuro and all the other mysteries. It's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. Warum nicht? You. Stimmt. Von dem, was Monokuma gesagt hat, ausgehend, ist einer von uns das Mastermind. Ha! I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? Ja, ich weiß. The Killing Game began with 16 participants. Ja, und das waren die einzigen, die hier im Raum sind, im Haus sind, im was auch immer sind.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? And Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Yeah, but why?
So in other
If
words,
the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Host Peak are 16 students who've been taking part in the Killing Game. Ob wir Monokuma immer noch vertrauen sollen, nachdem er schon einmal jetzt gelogen hat, ist dann die andere Frage. Bisher habe ich ihm immer zu 100% vertraut, aber jetzt hat er halt einmal gelogen und jetzt... kritisch eigentlich. Since the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall. That's the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you get 16. Richtig. So the mastermind would have to be one of them.
that's right.
And of those 16 people, started out with the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Did I continue or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
no way.
You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say it for sure. It's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, the ultimate, right? The ultimate is pair, so there must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. What if one of us was a mastermind? They'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking out that many times.
I'm right.
You know, Monokuma was an autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Außer es ist eine sehr gut programmierte KI. Ich meine, guck dir fucking Chihiro, also Alter Ego an. well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible, as that directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Du willst mir nicht sagen, dass jetzt Class Trial ist, oder? Du willst mir nur sagen, dass jetzt abends ist, oder? Bitte. Alles andere wäre absolut lächerlich. Oh shit.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
Okay, dann brauchen wir den Master Key gar nicht mehr.
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Das ist interessant. How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done, and we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my
At this
family.
point, I can rely only on myself. It's Tsugami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility. Well then, after making his final statement, Jaguar left the dining hall. Jaguar, Master didn't take me with him.
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream, or coffee. You're totally useless. So bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. Now she's gone. You're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. We just leave the Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the Mastermind's identity. Nein, du wirst einfach nur ein fucking Vollidiot sein und durch die Gegend rennen. Oh, meinetwegen. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But,
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know?
'cause, I
But
mean,
up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. Just dependent on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto, it's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
okay.
So I figure, at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
Da würde ich sagen, beende ich an dieser Stelle erstmal den Partner. Und beim nächsten Mal beginnen wir die Untersuchungen der ganzen Schule. Das ist ein sehr interessantes letztes Kapitel. Eine sehr interessante Art und Weise, um das Spiel zu beenden. Hätte ich echt nicht erwartet, dass sowas passieren würde. Und es gefällt mir echt gut. Denn das ist das, was mich von Anfang an am meisten interessiert hat. Was zur Hölle passiert in dieser Schule nur? Lasst einen Kommentar gerne da und so wie immer. Und dann bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao.